Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the PWL Podcast 915 and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Pro Wrestling Legacy or its affiliates.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the PWL Podcast 915 with our Google Meet show for yesterday. I'm pointing again, as my daughter Elias said. I love pointing. That's my thing. Anyways, I am your host with the most diabetes. I am BC Dan. In the middle of your screen is the one and only, the love of my life, my future wife, the Queen of Scream, the First Lady of the PWL Podcast 915, Bobby Chaotic. Say what's up, baby.
Hi, everyone.
And to, I guess it's going to be my left, your right. I don't know how it's going to come out because we hardly use Google Meet. But the one and only, the man who is OSHA certified, head of HR of PWL Podcast 915. Yes, you heard that right. Our budget has increased. He is the professor, the one and only Arthur Wine. Say what's up, Art.
What's up, everybody?
All right, let's get it going. Yesterday, which was Sunday, there was a Sunday event held at Neeps Collective, I believe that's what it's called.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. It's a food truck place, and God, if you missed it, it was a lot of fun. You know, me personally telling, I want to tell C's and Domino and the whole crew, thank you, because it was such a great event. It was such a fun event. You know, it was the perfect family event. You had wrestling, you had food, you had music, you had everything. It was a lot of fun, and we had I think it was 7 matches total, but it was cool because it was spread out. We were just talking about this earlier before we got on air, how it was like you'd have 2 matches and then you'd have a break. And that break was cool because you can go and mingle, go talk with everybody, you know, go have some food, you know. There was a great band there. It was a lot of fun. Before we started the matches, what did you think, Bobby Chaotic? What were your thoughts on the event yesterday?
I love the venue. It was a change of scenery, so it was really fun. You really didn't know what to expect.
Yes.
But the turnout was wonderful, and yeah, we just had a lot of fun.
It was. Arthur Wine, what did you think, Professor?
Yeah, man, likewise. You know, it was a good spot. I really enjoyed it because it's like down the street from where I live,
yes.
So it worked out.
That's perfect.
But yeah, man, I mean, it was real clean, real fun. The music was great. The wrestling was great.
It was.
Awesome day, man.
It was. We were out there. And let's start off, Bobby Chaotic, let's start it off. It was called Slam Jam. You know, that was the name of the event. We had, like I said, 7 matches. They were in blocks. So let's go with the first 2 matches of the first block. The first match, what was it, Bobby Chaotic?
The first match in block 1 was Jay Nebula versus Dravok.
Yes, that was the first match. Arthur wasn't there yet. He was still struggling to get out of his Mimi's bed. He had a rough night, right, Professor?
I was parking.
He could not find parking, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
That's why he missed the first 2 matches. But first match was Jay Nebula versus Dravok. And as a matter of fact, I got an interview with Jay Nebula. Arthur Wine was my cameraman. Really nice kid. I'll talk about that later on after this segment. But Jay Nebula versus Dravok. Jay Nebula, which is his second match against Dravok, who, like I've said, he's improved so much. Bobby Chaotic, what do you think about the match?
I was so surprised just to have Jay Nebula go against Dravok already.
Yes.
But it was a great match. Jay Nebula gave it his all. And I love to see him come out.
Yes.
And of course, Diablo Dravok.
Of course, Dravok showing love to Bobby Chaotic as always. Nice guy. I thought the match was great. I thought it's their second meeting. They met first at stage 1 at the stage 1 event, and Dravok wound up winning that event. And I'm sorry, that match. And this time around, very surprisingly, Jay Nebula, and I'm not dissing Jay Nebula at all, but I'm just saying he's kind of still a rookie, and he beat Travok. Very interesting. So I'm thinking they're gonna go for round 3 for, as they say, a rubber match. It was very interesting. Jay Nebula, very very nice kid. Got big kid. He's very big.
He's huge.
Yes, Artie saw him and we were interviewing him, and Artie was like, "Wow, this is one big kid, right, Art?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm no small dude, so when I call them out, they're a big dude,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, exactly. He did that awesome big boot. I think I got footage of that. I got footage of Travolta. Just man, both of them are big kids lifting each other up. That was amazing. That just beats the strength these kids have. So Jay Nebula with the win, but like I said, that kid has a bright future. He's good. Travolta, of course, is. I see Travolta one of these days. Maybe getting Lone Star, Texas Lone Star, championship caliber belt or something. He's up there. He's gonna get up there. That's what I think.
He just needs to learn. He just needs to come to his senses and get away from Tamale, and then he'll be good.
That is true. I agree. All right, let's go to the second one. Second match of the day. Bobby Chaotic.
Okay, we're still on block 1. Second match is JDP versus Falco.
Yes, and I wish the professor would have seen that one because again, that was another competitive match. And let's start. Bobby Chaotic, what did you think?
I love JDP. I love him. He came out. He gave it his all. Yeah, I'm excited to see him. I was really excited to see him at stage 1. He came out again at Slam Jam. Love him.
Yes.
And then, of course, I'm a big fan of Falco as well. So
Falco.
He never disappoints.
Of course, as usual. He comes out with Odyssey, our boy Odyssey, out there.
Yes.
Representing, Didn't tell you to make sandwiches. He was in his right state of mind this time.
He was, he put down the extracurricular activities,
Yes.
and he was in his right mind on Sunday.
Yes, very good.
So,
Being very friendly with the crowd and everybody.
yes,
It was
we
good.
were
Good
on our
for
best
him.
behavior on Sunday.
It was awesome. JDP, again, another impressive outing. Unfortunately, he lost again, which, hey, it happens. He's a rookie still. But he gave it his all. Falco with an amazing 450 splash. I believe our daughter got that. Aliyah, she got that clip. I think I got it too. But just that kid is just so talented, man. He is. Like I said, one of these days, the more and more he gets experience, I want to see him go up against Angel Aéreo, against Kempo.
Yes, because he's the junior of Angel.
He is. He's got a lot of potential. The kid's got a lot of potential. As long as he keeps healthy, he'll be good.
And I really feel he's found himself as a heel.
Yes.
It flows better for him. I mean, everything. I just like it.
I agree. I like him as a heel. He was a good guy, but I mean, for some, the heels is just so cool. The only guy I can ever see being a heel is John Gallo. John Gallo is like your super baby face. He's like the ultimate baby face right now. I love that guy. So nice. Such a nice guy.
Yeah.
But
he is.
It was hilarious because we were there at ringside and we're filming. Our cameraman Aaron's taking pictures and when Falco goes up to the third rope, I just stuck up my arm. Like if the Falcon's gonna, I go, honestly, stick out your arm. I started just telling him. Of course, he was ignoring me. He was into the match, but I thought that was a hilarious bit during the match. But it's kind of an inside joke between the podcast. They get it because we mentioned it on the last podcast about how the kid, like Professor says, the kid's a Falcon, and I said that Odyssey just sticks his arm out and he just lands on his arm like a Falcon. So
Yes.
Good match. JDP, like I said, has a lot of potential. I can't wait to see that guy too. I want to see him go up against like a Carnage, a Chaos, in the future. I think it'd be great to see that. So I can't wait for those days. But yeah, so Falco on top. And then we went to a break, which was awesome. So, that the professor got there before the second block started. He looked very healthy,
Very hydrated.
Very hydrated. He was ready to go, So, what was the second block, Bobby Chaotic?
The second block would be Ramon Romantico versus Jimo Kaminari versus Nolan Knight.
Yes, which is a very, very interesting match. I saw a lot of there was a lot of I don't even know how to put this. Questionable acts.
There is a good old dick twist here and there. Just say that.
Let's start off with the professor. What did you think about that match, Professor?
I felt like I was at an after hours, to be
Yes,
honest with you.
yes, yeah, that's true. Very true.
There was a lot of questionable maneuvers, to
Yes.
say the least. Nolan was the only one not having fun, though.
No.
Props to Nolan. He goes out there, he talks to the crowd, he gets you involved.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, just not what we expected, but it was a good, funny match.
I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. Bobby Keotic, what are your thoughts?
It was weird.
Yeah.
Very, very questionable. Like times three. I don't know what we were doing.
Yes.
But you can never disappoint. They'll always put on a show no matter what kind of show they put on. I can't tell
Yes.
you, but
I
they do what they do.
I agree. I agree. I thought besides the dick twist and the kissing and stuff, and that happened, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this up. But other than that, I thought the wrestling was great. I mean, Ramon with this awesome twist, black suplex, whatever you want to call it. What would you call that, Professor?
Like a torture rack into a sit down power bomb.
There
Man.
you go. It's
awesome.
I love that move. He did that move. I believe I don't know if he did the sidewalk slam. I couldn't remember. I gotta check my footage. I don't think he did. Right?
They were just doing other things.
Yes, they
to
were
say the least.
dick twisting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so at the end, who came out on top? It was the standard, wasn't it?
Gmo.
Yes, the standard.
Gmo.
Standard came out on top. Gmo, of course, as always, the dude is just like he says, the standard. He's a pillar. Showed up and gave a great show. Nolan also great show. And
Nolan was on the side of the ring throwing up.
He was throwing up because he got kissed twice.
He couldn't wait to get some mouthwash.
Exactly. I felt bad for the guy. I say, who wants to kiss Ramon? Come on. I don't care how romantic he is. Get out of here, Ramon. But Gmo came out on top. I thought it was a fun match. I just besides the other shenanigans, but other than that, I mean, I was very entertained. I love those kids. They put on a good show. Bobby Keotic, what was the match after that one?
Then we have Malia versus Amber Blaze.
Interesting match. I love Malia. Let's start off with the Professor. What was your thoughts on this match, Professor?
Those intergender matches, it really separates the women and the men in the crowd.
Yes.
You had Oddity saying some questionable yet honest things. And,
Equality!
the women were throwing it back at us, but it was a good match. Props to Amber, she held her own.
Yes, again, yes.
Malia, him and I have the same hobby, so I always go for the dude. It was a good match, man. It was better than I expected, only because they went all out. It wasn't just the dancing, it wasn't just the partying, the story. They did good, man.
Yeah, I agree. Bobby Keotic, your thoughts?
It was a great match. I too love Malia. Amber did an amazing job with, sticking up for herself and giving it to Malia. So yeah, good job, Amber.
Yeah, Amber did good. My favorite part of the match was Odyssey yelling negative things towards women. Saying, "Wash my clothes."
Why am I not surprised?
Wash my clothes. Let's go iron. Stuff like that. It was hilarious. But hey, he was saying equal rights, equal fights, equal rights. It's like. I agree. Yeah, but in all seriousness, the match was very entertaining. Malia always comes out with his beer and his waving of the hands up in the air, and then Amber came out and she's improving. I'm seeing week by week. I'm seeing improvement. It's like it takes time. It takes time, but the girl is taking a beating, and she's showing it. She's a tough girl. She's very tough. And I could see her getting better and better each week, and I hope she continues it. And on top was Amber Blaze, right? Amber Blaze wound up winning that match.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
with
good.
A low blow.
With the low blow. Yeah, hey, but it was hilarious because I think I have it on video where Malia is trying to do the crotch hit on Amber Blaze, and he kept on doing it. But I mean, Amber Blaze is I don't know if Malia doesn't know, it's a girl. You know what I'm saying? So
it still looked vicious, man.
It did. It did not look like Amber was like confused. Like, what are you doing? I think that the PWL is gonna have to give a sexual harassment seminar because that is You know, that's not right.
Malia definitely needs to attend.
Exactly.
You know, well, being HR, I'm already thinking about the letterhead I have to type out, and I mean, it has to be addressed, right?
That is true. Look at the professor. He's always on. He's always on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. That is our professor. But
I'll give Caesar a call later.
there you go.
Yeah.
So we go finally to the third block of the evening. There was another break. The
Yeah.
band was great that showed up. They were called the Roulettes. I'm gonna start looking them up on Instagram because I want to see where they're performing at. Because man, they are just very talented, and
Yeah.
their singer was in the hospital, so they got a last minute replacement. And I'm sorry I forgot the girl's name, but she was in a band called Fire and Ice, I believe, right, Bobby Caddick?
Yes,
There,
Fire and Ice.
she was very good too. She sang some really cool songs, and a lot of old school stuff. Reminded me when I was in high school because I am very old, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not, like I don't listen to 21 Savage or whatever you kids listen to nowadays. Little Yachty or something. I don't know, but they're playing like Cranberries, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC. It was a good time. It was awesome.
Real music. Yeah.
Yes, real music. Very good, Professor. Very good. We're gonna get a lot of complaints for that. All right, Bobby Caddick. Let's go finally to the third block of the day.
Third block, and this one I don't know exactly which order we went in, so forgive me if it's not in the right order, but I believe it was Marty Snow versus Rick Chase.
Yes, that was the next one. Yes, because there was Marty and Rick. Yes, that was interesting. That was an interesting match. I think you know what? Before I say anything, let's start off with Bobby Chaotic. What did you think about that match?
Those two guys, they're amazing on their own. They never come out and disappoint. So it was an awesome show. They got the crowd going. So I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I'm starting to really like Marty a lot. So, and me and Rick are now friends.
Oh, wonderful! You're friends with everybody except the heels, except Acertijo, except Travok.
Yeah. As soon as they lose the tamale, I will be their friend.
Yeah, I got you.
But until they come to their right senses,
Yes.
we're gonna have some problems.
Got you. I understand that. Arthur White, what did you think about that, Professor? The match, man. What'd you think?
You know, man, it was the most physical match of the night, in my opinion.
Yes, it was.
You know, they were hard hitting. Marty wasn't holding back. Rick was showing what he had. Even to the finish, man. You know, you didn't expect it to finish the way it did.
Yes.
But it was a good, solid super kick. Rick got it in.
Yeah.
Props to Marty, man. You know, Marty's on his way out to bigger, better things. You know, you kind of want to teach the new kids before you go.
Yeah.
You want to give them, pass the torch, if you will.
I agree.
And I think Ricky earned that a little bit that night.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see the second wave of pillars, like as we were talking about last podcast. You know, Henry, Rick, you know, Ramon, you know, just that whole class that's coming up. It's I can't wait. You know, it's like we said, you know, Professor was there from the beginning, seeing the original pillars, to now like seeing them on their way out, and then you know, now we're getting the opportunity to see the second wave of talent that's coming up, which is I can't wait for that. I thought the match was great. I mean, Marty and like you said, like the professor said, Marty and Rick were just going at it hard. You were thinking you were at the Borderplex. You know, you were thinking they were fighting for a title, and this is just like a regular sanctioned match. And Marty just is Marty. You know, does the cartwheel and black belt. You know, that was cool. Yeah. Ricky Chase, man, Mr. Texas, you know, he's still being called Mr. Texas. I heard the announcer say that, you know, he is Texas, and hey, you know, he represented well when he had the title. But as far as the match, I thought it was great. Like I said, can't wait to see Rick hopefully win some gold again. You know, he was a good champion. You know, they still have the Delgado tag titles right now, but you know, I want to see him with some individual gold. You know, can't wait to see that.
Yeah, he needs to stand on his own away from Henry.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against Henry either. Henry's both of them are great. Both. Let me put it like this. I think this is my opinion. I think they made each other. You know, like one wouldn't be where they're at without the other one. You know,
right?
You know, they started as a tag team, and you know, like we had talked about Bobby Chaotic about the Rockers, where it's like Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. It's like both guys are Shawn Michaels. You know, just Henry has that, has a little bit of an edge, but Rick isn't too far behind. You know, whereas for the Rockers, where like Shawn Michaels was here and Marty Jannetty was like down here, and that's not the case with Rick Chase. And You know, can't wait, man. I can't wait to see Rick. You know what he has in store for the future for us.
Yes.
And then next
So
match.
moving on, then we have King Nahum and Randall the Scandal
That's right.
versus him, Henry Ivan Murphy, and John Gallo.
Yes, and John Gallo sat with us for temporarily when we were sitting
Yes.
we were hanging out in the little patio area, you know, where they had the food trucks and music and stuff. And he sat with us, and him and the professor had a very interesting conversation. What were you talking about, Professor?
You know, man, John came up to me, cool guy, man, cool kid,
Yes.
real down to earth, great champion. You know, he was just talking to me a little bit about his strategy, about you know, how to go in it mentally, what to look for. I gave my honest opinion, and luckily it helped him out. You know, I
Yeah.
feel it did. You know, they came out on top, but you're really cool kid, man, and I think he is the future. You talk about pillars, in my opinion. I mean, he's going to be one of the top baby
Yeah.
faces. So you got to put him up there
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
oh yeah, I agree. I agree. It was really cool seeing a little girl go up to him and say, "Can I have your autograph?"
Yeah,
And he signed it
that
right.
was
That was
sweet.
really sweet. And then signed it with crayon and stuff. That was really nice. I mean, that was really cool. You know, I wish the little girl would have gone to Randall the Scandal or somebody.
oh man,
I
I don't
could,
know about that, man.
I could
He
see.
needs to stay away.
Yeah, they kept him upstairs away from the crowd so there wouldn't be any controversy.
That is true.
He was kept away,
You
locked
see,
up.
but what's interesting is that I don't understand why they censored Randall so much when Nolan and Jimo and
Yes.
Ramon were grabbing wieners and kissing each other, and then poor Randall couldn't even thrust. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Man, thank
know.
God Randall wasn't in that match. Think about that. Gimo would be hurt right now.
He would have poked his eye out or something, you know?
Oh man,
And Ramon with
with
his
a broken bone. Let me tell you.
and broken orbital bone because of Randall the Scandal. Yeah, very interesting. Randall the Scandal comes out. King Nahum comes out, which is that's the first time the professor saw King Nahum. What did you think, Professor?
You know, very impressed, man. Just his presence coming
Yes.
in, I felt it. He got in the ring. He was talking to the crowd. You know, very heel like.
Yes.
He had a great following, man. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you have a big family. You're gonna have a big following.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, it made the match good. You know,
Yes.
the crowd was finally into it. Other than us.
Yes.
So, and you know, he went out there and he gave me. Like, he's not green, man. He just
No.
went out there. He feels it. He's fluent. Props to him, man.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like John Gallo, because you know when John Gallo got in the ring, like you would have thought that dude was wrestling for years, man, and he was just straight out the academy, and the kid was like, and he's just awesome, man. That's the way I'm seeing King Nahum, you know, very
Right.
impressive, and our cameraman Aaron was telling the professor like that he was telling him when about the stage one that he had never seen John Gallo get manhandled the way he got manhandled by King Nahum, which was crazy. It was awesome to see. Bobby Chaotic, what were your thoughts on the match?
Well, I love John Gallo. I love Randall, so I was always happy to see them. But I did enjoy King Nahum this time around. He came out with a better attitude, so I was impressed with him this time.
Yes, yes. Professor, what did you think?
Oh man, good match. You know, these new kids, they're still breaking them in a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, you got to get your spots a little tighter, a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
The match was fun. You know, Henry went out there, and I feel like Henry and John were like the dominators.
Yeah.
You know, let's be honest.
Yes.
You know, they came out on top. I like the little ending where Henry and John got in each other's face.
Yes, that was interesting. That was
They
interesting.
gave me a Ultimate Warrior,
Hulk Hogan vibe.
you know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes, I agree.
So,
And it's crazy because when Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior were at each other, Hulk Hogan was the world champ and Ultimate Warrior was the Intercontinental champ. In this
Right.
case, it's Henry's the PWL world champion. John Gallo's the Texas champion. It's kind of like your international intercontinental championship, you know, which is very good catch. I did not catch that. That's very interesting. Also, there was a spot where King Nahum, I believe, was holding Henry, and Randall the Scandal was going to give him a drop kick, and Henry got out the way and he drop kicked King Nahum. King Nahum falls out the ring. and he was like, I don't need this crap. He took off, left Randall in there. So we're probably going to see a rivalry between King Nahum and Randall. But, I mean, Randall's got a giant hill to climb against this guy. That's all I'm going to say. And so at the end, it was the winners were Henry and John Gallo. And that's going to be interesting. I really hope we see that maybe at the 4th of July show. What's it called? The Freedom or Born Free or what's it called? It's called something with free in it. I can't recall right now, but
Wild and Free.
Wild and Free. There you go. Look at Bobby Chaotic. Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at you. Yes, I would really hope to see them two. Can't wait to see that. John Gallo
versus title, man.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh my god! And interesting fact is that speaking of double titles, when I was speaking to Jay Nebula when I interviewed him, I asked him, so what can we see in the foreseeable future for Jay Nebula? And he's like, I want to be a double champ. And I was like, wow, that's an interesting take, because I really don't see anybody, saying, some people say like, yeah, I want to do my best, I want to be a world champion, I want to be a Texas Lone Star champion, but to say you want to be a double champ, that's a good, that's something to aspire to, I guess you can say, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
it's different.
It's very different. And one thing I told the professor one time is, before anything, I mean, I hope it doesn't ever stop, but sometimes things come to an end, unfortunately. But right now we have 3 years left with the legacy, Delgado Borderplex. I want to see a triple champion. I want to see somebody be a tag team champ, the Texas Lone Star champ, and the world champ. Hold all 3 titles, and maybe, and this is crazy. I know this is crazy. It's coming from me, but to be the Lone Star champ, tag champ, world champ for PWL, but also be Delgado champion, tag team champion, and open weight champion. So for that person to have 6 titles.
That'd be crazy, man.
That would be crazy, right? I mean, it's just like wishful thinking, because, Kenny Omega was doing it. You remember that part? Sasha, what's her name? Mercedes Moné was doing it.
Right.
She had like 15 titles, I think, at one point, or something ridiculous.
Yeah, she's finally dropping a few.
Yeah,
man.
thank you. Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
But just one time. I just want to see it. I don't even care if it lasts 2 weeks, man. I just want to see that feat. Somebody pull that feat off. And you know what? I really wish it was Cosmo that would have done it. Cosmo or Marty. That would have been great if they would have done all the 6 titles. You could call him Thanos. Has all the rings. That'd be great. But hopefully one day we'll see that. I doubt it, but I think that would be so cool.
Yeah, man. A little side note: props to Stephanie for winning, beating Monet for the CMLL Women's Championship.
Yeah, shouts out to her, man.
So
to birthday.
She's representing El Paso, man.
Yes. Very good, very good. Look at the professor on top of his wrestling knowledge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Bobby Chaotic. What was the next match? The main event, right?
The main event of the night was Chaos versus Carnage.
Very good match. Let's start off with the Professor on this one. What were your thoughts, Professor?
Oh, man, it was a fight before it was a match, man. They started on the stairs. They were going at it. Very hard, old school ECW type feel.
Yes.
Until we get a little bit of blood, then, it's not going to be complete. But, hey, you get what you get.
Exactly.
Chaos every week proves he's a badass.
Yeah.
Carnage.
Yeah, man.
Carnage every week, man, showing why he belongs.
Yeah.
He's pulling out crazy stuff. He's taking it.
Yes.
He's taking some crazy spots, man.
Oh yeah. And the spot we're talking about. Before we talk about the spot, let's go with Bobby Chaotic. What are your thoughts, Bobby Chaotic?
Well, I love Chaos, so any.
This is Chaos!
Time Chaos comes out, it's a great show. Carnage is definitely a risk taker, and he's moving on up there with the risks that Kempo takes. So I do get a little nervous when Carnage comes out, because you never know what he's capable of doing or where he's gonna land up.
Yes.
But great show. I had a front row seat to the stairs and
Oh yeah.
loved it. Loved
Yes,
it.
I agree. And one thing about Carnage, what I've noticed is when he comes out, the kid comes out laser focused.
Yeah.
Like he's not distracted. He's not talking with the crowd. Like he's there and he goes, "I'm gonna kick some ass." And this match did not disappoint because chaos is chaos. Like I've always said, the kid's just super talented. But Carnage, man, and it's crazy because I had said this. I had said, man, when Carnage first came out, I said I really want to see him go against Chaos. Because I think it's like, Chaos is the skull with the mohawk, and Carnage is like, the half painted skull, and it comes out with the metal music, the thrash or the death metal, and I just love it. Well, there was a spot where there's a taco truck right beside the ring. So that they told everybody to move, and I didn't know what was going on because I got there a little too late. So I think I was on the side, and our cameraman and Artie, the professor told me, "Oh, it's because they told us to move because there's gonna be a spot." I'm like, "Oh God, what kind of spot?" I'm like thinking, "God, I hope they don't throw each other into like the windshield or no, because knowing these kids, it's like they're gonna do something crazy." Well, I have that spot. I posted it on Instagram, but I'm gonna post it on this podcast also. Carnage, all of a sudden, the taco truck starts moving towards the ring. We saw, what's his name, Rich Vox. We saw him, and he waving the taco truck, and he told him to stop. I'm like, what's going on? Carnage gets on top of the taco truck, and the dude just does his little point thing like Kenny Omega, just runs on top of the taco truck and leaps off, and it was amazing, man. It was like, wow, I was impressed, man. That just like the professor says, that kid just takes risks. And knock on wood, I mean, he didn't get hurt, which I hope he really didn't. But man, the kid's gone against Chuco Bum, hardcore legend, in a hardcore match, PWL hardcore legend, and he got his ass kicked and he lost. But he was, God, he's so awesome. He's got up against Chaos already a couple of times, and this one was like, again, it wasn't like it wasn't at the Borderplex. It wasn't like for a title, but both these kids put both their heart into this. Like that's what I love about guys like this is that no matter where they're at, they don't see it as a half-ass show. It's like every show for them is like win or lose, win or lose. Yeah, there you go. They don't treat it like, oh, okay, yeah, this is just some bullshit show. No, like they put in the work, and I much respect for that to both those kids and to all the wrestlers, because I everybody. There was fun, there was violence, there was all sorts of stuff. It was a lot of fun, but at the end, after that move, Carnage runs up, rolling up on Chaos, and Carnage gets the win. I was very surprised, beating Chaos. So, I mean, where do we go from there? Do we go to are they 1-1? If I'm not mistaken, or I know they fought in tag team matches. I know that.
Right.
But like lately, they've been going at each other. They've been interfering in each other's matches lately at the Borderplex. I've been noticing that. So again, hopefully we see. Because I know they're gonna go at it at the what's this one coming up? Clash of Kingdoms. It turned from Chaos and what's the name of that gentleman, Professor? That he's gonna fight.
Oh man,
Axis, Eris, or something
like that. Where's my phone? I gotta get my phone.
Yeah, El Clone from AEW.
Is that what it is? Is that him?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's gonna...
Yeah, I've caught him a few times with New Era Wrestling.
Okay.
I think I've seen him twice. So, yeah, the Ontiveros family got him out there to the Shriners, and man, he's a badass, bro.
Is he really? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. Let me see, because I know I saw the card. Oh, here we go. His name is, Otis King Strange. Yeah, oh, that's a King Strange? Yeah, King Strange. He's gonna, it's gonna be him and Carnage together against Deadly Devotion. We'll talk about that right now. Let me just close this part out with the Slam Jam, and then we'll get to a quick little prediction part because I know they've announced 4 matches so far. But overall, let's go with Bobby Chaotic. What are your overall thoughts on the event at the Slam Jam?
I love the venue. It was very comfortable. A lot of delicious food was there.
Yeah.
The music was great. The atmosphere. The day was just a beautiful family day.
Yeah.
So I really, really enjoyed it. And thank you to all of PWL for putting on a great show.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. It was so much fun. Professor, what you think?
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, it was just a positive environment.
Yeah.
The crowd was a great crowd considering you could tell it wasn't really a wrestling crowd. They
Yes.
really appreciated it. They respected it.
Yeah.
The music, like I said, was great. They had old school Bret Hart versus Owen Hart in the
In the
background.
background, yes. Yes.
So it was just a wrestling feel. I loved it. I mean, I love pro wrestling. We love pro wrestling.
Yes.
I mean, I hope they do it again there, man. It's a
Yeah,
good venue.
yeah. And C's reached out, and we saw C's there at the event. He came up to us, "Hey guys, what's going on?" You know, C's awesome dude, man. I love that guy.
Yeah.
And he was telling us, man, that hopefully they're in talks for some more events there, which I really hope, especially with the summer coming around. But
Yeah, like an after hours, like he was
yeah,
saying,
oh,
that'd
it'd
be
be
great.
great, man. Yeah, it'd be so much
Perfect.
fun, man. Yeah, I thought the venue was great. That's the first time I've ever been there. The only thing I wish they would have pulled the shades that they had earlier, because man, that was hot, man. I'm burnt. You know what I'm saying? Like they told me
Yeah.
today, I got pretty burnt up. But it was great, man. It was a great event. Especially for like if you had a family, of like kids and all sorts of stuff. It was great to get out there because, like I said earlier in the show, it's like you had wrestling, there was booze. They were selling booze there if you drink. Food, bands, wrestling pay-per-views on. They even had a wrestling pay-per-view afterwards. They had the AEW Revolution pay-per-view, which was
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good price for $10 because $10 you
Yeah.
got to go in, you got to see wrestling, you got to see a pay-per-view, and I mean, what else could you want? It was great. I loved it, and I really hope they do that again.
Yeah, man. Props to the merch table. They sold a lot of Eddie Guerrero
Oh
shirts, man.
yeah, that's what Bobby Chaotic
Yeah.
was saying, man. She was saying, is it Eddie Guerrero Day or something, or is that his family? And she was questioning it, but I'm like, they're just big fans.
We
Which
even
is
got
cool.
an Eddie chant, man.
Yeah,
Gotta love El Paso.
that's right. Because as a matter of fact, the lead singer from Fire Ice was like chanting it because she was saying about like, I think two icons that are from El Paso, or one icon's from El Paso was like Eddie Guerrero, and everybody started chanting Eddie, Eddie. But me and the professor were already gonna go out to go check out the events because Bobby Chaotic stayed and held our table.
I
Because
had to hold our table because we kept losing it.
yeah, it's true.
We had the best table.
That is true. But overall, excellent show. It was fun, even though you wouldn't consider it like. I mean, I don't. I consider it still like a win and loss kind of thing. But some people don't count it as if it's not the Vorteplex, it's not really like an event. But technically it was. It was an event. It was cool. It was fun. So, anything else?
Let's do it
All
again.
right, let's do it again. All right, so now let's real quick. Let's just talk about Clash of Kingdoms coming this Friday, which I can't wait. So I'm not gonna announce these aren't in any particular order. I'm just announcing what PWL's announced so far. So one of the matches we're gonna have so far, like I said, is Deadly Devotion and Carnage and Otis. So what do you think? Let's go with the professor. What's your prediction on this one?
Man, I don't see Otis losing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's a professional. He comes from the big promotions.
Yeah,
But you never know, man. Deadly Devotion, like they improve every week.
Yeah.
Especially Ramon, man. He's going out there. He proves he can throw hands. He can take it. But I would like to see the heels take this one.
yes, I agree. Bobby Chaotic, your thoughts? Who do you think will come out on top?
Deadly Devotion.
Oh my God! Yeah, just the mark.
Stalker.
Stalker. Oh, this is the one that I had talked about, and I was like, oh my God, like, it's gonna suck, but fudge. Midas versus John Gallo. Bobby Chaotic.
That hurt.
Who do you think?
That one's so hard. The levelness is there, but who do you go for?
Exactly. I mean, it's like, and then the undefeated streak is still on the line. Also, John Gallo's still undefeated technically. He hasn't lost a singles match, so that's going to be very, very interesting.
I'm gonna go with John Gallo.
All right, Professor, who do you think?
It's for the title, is it?
I
No.
believe so. Yes, I think the title is
Yeah.
on the line.
Oh man.
What, the Lone Star title?
Yes, Texas Lone Star title.
I don't see John losing.
Yeah,
man.
me either.
I don't.
I don't. I know. I love
Yeah,
Midas, man. I love him to death. But man, this is like one of his like. I think this is like a big test for both of them. I'd say for
yeah,
both of them because Midas isn't some small dude either. You know what I'm saying? He's a big kid. You know, but
yeah.
John
You
Gallo's
know,
on a streak.
unless they want to, focus more on John going after Henry's title.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because I
yes,
mean, who better to hold a title than Midas? He's held the
yeah.
Delgado Championship, Tag Team
Tag team
Championship.
championship. He's had
I
gold.
mean, yeah, the dude knows how to hold the gold and he deserves it. So, I
Yeah.
mean, even though I don't see John losing, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, yes, yes. It'd be very interesting. You know, it'd be
Yeah.
very interesting. But I mean, it's going to be a great match. I can't wait for that one. Let's see who
And
else.
this is at Clash of
Clash of
Kingdoms.
Kingdoms on Friday. Yes, ma'am. Clash of Kingdoms. We also have this is going to be cool. I can't wait for this match. It's the stage one kids. JDP versus King Nahum versus J Nebula. You know, I can't wait to see Nebula and King Nahum go at it. I mean, no offense to JDP, you know, but man, those two kids are huge, man. That's gonna be great. I can't wait for that. Bobby Chaotic, what do you think?
JDP.
JDP, wow, okay, you're a JDP fan. I can tell already.
Yeah. Yeah. I like him.
Yeah, Arthur Wine, your thoughts?
Well, man, I became a King Nahum fan.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can say anything fair about it because I haven't seen the other two kids,
yes,
but I would like to see the dominant heel take it. And
got
in
you,
my opinion, it would be him. Yeah.
got you. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if J Nebula won because I think like he already won a match, which is cool. King Nahum's already won 2 matches though. And JDP's 0-2. You know, no offense to him,
Yeah.
but I mean, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to go King Nahum on that one. That dude's on a hot streak right now, and he's a beast, man. But like I said, I just want to see those two big kids go at it, man. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Then you have we're gonna have 2 women's matches, as a matter of fact, at Clash of Kingdoms. We're gonna have Alora Jet and Dulce Tormenta, who's making a comeback apparently to PWL. Professor, what are your thoughts on this?
Man, Dulce's a local legend too. She's a little icon from around here. I've been seeing her wrestle. God, I mean, it has to be about a decade now.
Wow.
Seeing her, she started out here in Dyer with the rest of her family, and to see where she's progressed to, she's winning titles. Like for Stephanie, she's making us proud, man.
Yeah.
And ironically, they started together.
Wow.
So just Dulce, how good she is. She's been around the world. She's won titles. You got to give it to her, man.
Yeah, I agree. Laura Jet looks. I've seen some of her stuff on YouTube. I've been doing some research on her, and yeah, she looks
Yeah.
pretty. She looks pretty badass too, man. It's gonna be very interesting.
Right.
Cause I've seen Dulce Tormenta before, and she's a very talented wrestler. But I mean, it's gonna be good. I can't wait. It's gonna be a very entertaining match. Bobby Chaotic, what are your thoughts on this? Even though we really haven't.
Well, I don't know them at all. But I'm going to be kind of messed up here. And I'm going to say, based off their looks, I'm going to go with Tormenta.
All
And I
right.
like her name.
All right, Dulce Tormenta, Bobby Chaotic going with that. And also, what I've seen also is that I've seen a post that says, "Will Dastan fight?"
He doesn't
No.
have to. He doesn't have to.
That's what I
Yes,
say.
he does.
I don't know why they're trying to
He's
force.
like being a baby.
Why-
This
He's the
time.
champ.
Why-
Take the week off, bro.
Exactly.
You've already proved yourself.
Yeah, what does he need to prove? You know, he already beat up what's her name, Amber Blaze already. You know, come on. What else does he need to show? You know what I'm saying?
He needs to show what a loser he
How
is.
dare you, ma'am? The PWL podcast does not support Bobby Chaotic and her thoughts. but I can't wait for that. Let's close it out. Closing statements. Bobby Chaotic, anything?
Just can't wait. It's going to be a great show. Come out and support all the guys and women. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, I can't wait. Arthur, Professor, what do you think? What are your final closing statements, my friend?
Yeah, man. Same. We got some heavy hitters coming in, some big names. I'm really interested to see what our boys do against them.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, check it out. It's gonna be a good clash.
It is.
Yeah.
It's called the Clash of Kingdoms. Good, nice segue there, Professor. Excellent.
Do what I can, bro.
Attaboy, buddy. Attaboy. I think I can't wait. I love PWL. And this every year that I've been going, every week has just been getting better and better. They're bringing in like different talents. From everywhere, from Arizona, from Houston. You name it, Phoenix, Albuquerque, and it's been so much fun. And I can't wait to see Alora Jet. I can't wait to see Tormenta again. I started AEW maybe a couple of years ago on TV, you know,
Yeah.
but can't wait for that. And like I said, can't wait for Midas and John Gallo, man. Like, really looking forward to that one. And yeah, I mean, we got this show, and I believe there's a Lucha City, and then one more, I think Heat Wave before they take a couple weeks off in April for WrestleMania weekend. You know, so
Yeah.
can't wait for that. But that's it. That's all I got. Anything else, guys? All
Not
right.
for me.
All right, let me just
No,
give my
man.
let me just give my shout outs. Shout outs to Soco Loco Cycles. You know, check out my boys Jason and Caesar. You know who they are. I've said it before. I check out Pro Wrestling Legacy, especially. Check out their YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, OnlyFans. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, check out Pro Wrestling.
Only dads.
Yeah, only dads.
Like Odyssey said, only dads.
Hey, exactly. Check him out, and check out Dope Hands Massage. He's doing massage right now. Check him out. Does an excellent job. Look, he's mobile also if you guys want to. And then check out his wife's stuff. She has baked goods. She's doing banners. She's doing like a puff banner, which I saw she posted. It's really cool. It's like it was for Easter, and it's like puffy. It's really nice, man. She gets down. So check her out. Her name is Sarah. You know, you have a party or anything, you want to make a banner, you want to make anything, she'll do it. Just hit her up, please. And shouts out to her son who just turned 18, the big 1-8. You know, shouts out to you, Khalil, and you know, keep on supporting him. He's trying to get a scholarship for college and stuff. You know, through gaming. So hopefully that comes through. And thanks to Aaron for showing up yesterday and being the cameraman. That was great. You know, he did a great, excellent job. And he was talking to the professor. Professor was kicking wrestling knowledge to the young man. You know,
Yeah, man.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
he's an open mind right now for wrestling. So.
Perfect, man. It's perfect.
And you know, and he wants it. That's what's good about
that's
it.
what's good, man. Exactly. That was very cool. Seeing him and the professor chatted up was cool. So, shouts out to Aaron. But yeah, but just like we say, you know, the PWL podcast is just
too sweet.
and we're out.